Fred, Kalani said that he's seen a lot out of the offense in spring and fall practice. Really impressed with what they've done. What is it that they're not doing that you've seen them do in practice?
I think just little things, execution-wise, just making sure that they make their plays. I'm confident that coaching staff that oversees them and those players, they're going to fix whatever needs to be fixed. I have no control over what they do, so I have only control over what I can do and what our defense can do.
What's kind of the mood around here today, Fred?
We're excited about a new week. That's what's great about football. You always get to play another week. We're excited because it's a big game this week, and it's at home. So spirits are high right now.
Talk about how much time you spent looking at the game or going over stuff. Did you guys really break it down, or was it this was just not us, we're going to go out and play differently?
No, of course. We want to make sure that we fix any errors and mistakes that we made. And that's what we did this morning. Spent a lot of time watching that LSU game, and that now after today, it's in the past, and we leave it as it is and get ready for this upcoming week.
The physicality, they're very, very physical. You guys had trouble at times getting the tackles, getting guys to the ground. What do you attribute that to? Were you not physical enough in camp, or was it just guys not being sound? What was that?
Yeah, I think it's just guys not wrapping up. We knew that they were going to be, stouter backs that were going to run through tackles and stuff. It had nothing to do with us not being being scared or anything like that. It was just us not wrapping up. That's probably what I could attribute to.
Fred, as a captain, is it on you and the other captains to kind of rebuild the confidence of the guys after a game like that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We gotta lead by example, obviously. And I just talked to the defense after practice, and we got to control what we can control, especially on my side of the ball. The offense is going to do what they're going to do, but it's our job to make sure that if the opposing team comes out, that we hold them to 0 points, minimal points, just so the offense doesn't have to worry about trying to gain a lead or something like that. So just putting it on us more so than the offense.
How did you feel like the defense performed all in all, with giving up only 27 points, et cetera?
Yeah, I thought we played pretty good. We were playing an LSU offense with a new coordinator who, is doing all these different things with shifts and motions, and they did a lot to confuse us. But I feel like for the most part we did a pretty good job of containing guys and doing what we needed to do, because it could have been a game where it was 50-0 rather than 27-0. So just building upon that game and making sure that we're ready to go this week.
How much is this game talked about amongst the players in the off season?
The Utah game? Mm-hmm. In the off season, I wouldn't say it's talked about too much. I know it's always in the back of my head. In the off season, it's kind of just a little more motivation for myself. But I think this week, more so than any week, coming off the game we just had, I feel like we have more fire than ever, and we're going to be practicing really hard this week to just prove ourselves.
What would it mean to this team to be the team that breaks the streak?
It would mean everything, man. Especially for myself. I played this team twice. There's gonna be a lot of emotion in this game, and the fact that it's at home is gonna be huge for us. So, just gotta make sure we're firing all cylinders.
You didn't grow up around the rivalry, but now you've been around it for 4 years.
Right.
How has your perspective on this changed since you've been here?
I know everybody involved is brings a lot of passion to this game. Everybody has a lot of emotion towards this game, just from a lot of people from both sides know each other. A lot of people grew up in Utah who are on both teams. Maybe some people who went to the other school wanted to go to the other one. I don't know, but just being here and being in those games is just a lot of emotion, and so just making sure we're containing that to an extent and using it to our advantage will be huge for us.
You try to prepare in the same way every week, but when the games like this where there's some more emotion and things are a little bit different, do you have to change how you prepare in any way to be prepared for that kind of an emotional game?
Not at all. I think it's more of a thing of discipline. Myself, I feel like in games like this, I feel like I play to a higher level for sure. It's just this thing that comes over you in those type of games that gives you more energy and more abilities to make plays. So, but discipline is for sure a huge thing. It's not just for this week though; it's for just this entire season. Based on the past couple of games, we just gotta make sure we're disciplined.
Have you had an opportunity to see the Utah offense yet? Have you seen film yet? I mean, what your impressions of that?
Yeah, I've seen. I watched all of the last game. You know, they're gonna do a lot of different formations on offense. They have a lot of guys on personnel wise who are capable. You know, new quarterback who can use his legs really well. Receivers who can obviously make plays. Good running back. So just making sure that we have our eyes in the right area and we're all doing our job is what's important.
Do you expect them to attack the physicality like LSU did? Do you think that they're going to try and, I mean, LSU ran the ball a lot in that game.
Yeah.
So do you expect them to, you know, try and emulate that because LSU had that much success? Or
I mean, I would hope so. You know, I feel like that would test us, and I feel like we would be up for the challenge for sure against this team. But I feel like they're gonna try and go to a lot of different areas. You know, because they have a lot of capable receivers, and just making sure the quarterback can get the ball to them. I'm sure they'll be doing a lot of that too.
Last couple questions.
Butch had to set up the first game for whatever reason, and then how do you think he did in this game speed, when you guys already had the adjustment?
Yeah, so you know, in the middle of the week, Butch collided in one of the practices and he hurt his knee. So I don't know if a lot of people knew about that, but he, you know, getting over that and being in his first game against LSU, you know, obviously practice conditioning is a lot different from game conditioning. So you know, this is a game to build on for him. You know, he wants to show people what his highest capability is. Obviously, he probably doesn't think that he played his best game, but he still did a lot of things really well. So he's ready to do that this week.
Anything about Hanneman having him set up? Your thoughts on that?
You know, obviously sucks. He's one of our best DBs. You know, he's gotta learn to just wrap up and keep his head up, stuff like that. I don't know. You know, just tough. Because it's really hard for defense to play nowadays. You know, with the rules. So, but he'll be good. He'll be back.